Moses knew desert fires. They burned fast and left nothing behind. But this fire was different. A bush was engulfed in flames, yet the leaves stayed green. The branches stayed whole. Nothing turned to ash. Moses stepped closer, drawn to the sight. Then a voice called his name. "Moses! Moses!" He stopped instantly.
"Here I am,"
he whispered. "Do not come closer," the voice said. "Take off your sandals."
You are standing on holy ground.
Moses removed his sandals quickly, trembling.
"I am the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob."
Moses hid his face. He felt small before the fire that did not burn.
"I have seen my people's suffering in Egypt.
The voice continued.
I have heard their cries. I will rescue them."
Moses' chest tightened. Yes, his people needed rescue. Then God said the words Moses never imagined.
"And I am sending you."
Moses stared at the flames.
"You are sending me?"
He remembered Egypt, Pharaoh's anger, the mistake he buried, the people he left behind.
"Who am I to go to Pharaoh? Who am I to lead Israel out?"
He was a shepherd now, quiet, hidden, far from anything that looked like leadership.
"I will be with you,"
God said. The words settled like steady ground under Moses' feet. Moses asked,
"But if I go, and the Israelites ask, 'What is his name?' what should I tell them?"
The fire rose like a living sunrise.
"Tell them, I am has sent me to you."
"This is my name forever." Moses swallowed. The call was real. The mission was clear. But fear still clung to him.
"What if they don't believe me?"
Moses asked quietly.
"What if they say, 'You never saw God'?"
Fear pressed against his ribs. He had no position, no power, no proof. "What is in your hand?" God asked. "A staff." "Throw it down." Moses dropped it. The staff twisted, turned into a snake. He stumbled back. "Take it by the tail." Moses reached down carefully. The snake stiffened and became a staff again. "That is so they will believe," God said. Then God gave 2 more signs. Moses' hand turned sick and healed again, and water from the Nile would become blood. The signs were strong. The message was clear. But Moses still held one fear deeper than all the rest. "Lord," Moses said quietly, "I am not good with words. I speak slowly. I get nervous. I cannot do this." This was his deepest fear, the one that made him feel unqualified before he even began. Then God spoke with calm certainty.
"Who made the mouth? Who gives speech or silence? Is it not I?"
Moses lifted his eyes. "I will help you speak," God said. "I will teach you what to say." But Moses still hesitated. "Please, send someone else." The flame rose, not angry, but firm. "Your brother Aaron is on his way," God said. "He speaks well. He will be your voice. You will tell him my words, and I will help both of you." Moses felt the tension in his chest begin to ease. He wasn't going alone. God was giving him exactly what he needed. "Take your staff," God said. "With it, you will perform the signs I have shown you." Moses lifted the staff. For the first time, it felt like a promise, not just a piece of wood. He wasn't confident yet, but he knew this: God had called him, and that was enough to begin the journey. Moses walked down the mountain with the staff in his hand and the call of God echoing in his heart. He had faced fire that didn't burn, a voice that knew his name, and a mission he never expected. But now came something harder: telling his family. Zipporah saw him approaching. She paused, studying his face. She knew this look, a look that carried both fear and purpose. She said quietly,
"Moses, what happened?"
Moses took a slow breath. "God spoke to me," he said, "on the mountain. He called me by name. He told me he has heard the suffering of our people.
And he is sending me back to Egypt."
Zipporah didn't answer at first, not because she doubted him, but because she understood what this meant: danger, uncertainty, leaving everything familiar. But she also understood Moses himself, the part of him that could never forget his people's pain, the part that tried to hide in Midian, but never stopped caring.
Then we will go with you.
She said simply. Moses let out a breath he didn't know he was holding. He nodded, deeply grateful. Next, he went to Jethro. The older man looked at Moses with calm, wise eyes.
"My son, what troubles you?" "I must return to Egypt,"
Moses replied.
"I must see if my brothers are still alive."
Jethro held Moses' gaze for a long moment. Then he nodded. "Go in peace." There was no argument, no fear, just a blessing, the kind Moses needed. So Moses gathered his family. He settled his sons on a donkey. Zipporah walked beside him. The staff, the one God had transformed, remained in his hand. The quiet life he had built was ending. A dangerous road lay ahead. But for the first time, Moses wasn't running from something. He was walking toward God's purpose for H. He was walking toward God's purpose for him. The desert stretched wide as Moses traveled. Each step felt heavier, but also clearer. Then one afternoon, a lone figure appeared far ahead on the road. At first, Moses thought it was another traveler, but the way the man moved, quick, determined, made Moses slow down. As the man came closer, Moses' breath caught. It was Aaron, his brother, the brother he hadn't seen in decades. Aaron called out, "Moses!" and Moses called back, "Aaron!" They met in the middle of the path, embracing. Years of silence vanished in a moment.
"How did you know where to find me?"
Moses asked. "God told me," Aaron said. "He said you were returning. He said you had a message." So Moses told him everything: the fire, the voice, the signs, the fear, the mission. Aaron listened closely, his expression turning from surprise to awe. "Moses," he said, "God has chosen you, and he has sent me to stand with you." The brothers walked together toward Egypt. When they reached the elders of Israel, Aaron spoke the words God had given Moses. He told them God had seen their suffering. He told them God had remembered his promise. Moses showed them the signs: the staff turning into a serpent, the healed hand. The elders bowed their heads. Some cried. Some whispered prayers. For the first time in years, hope rose among the people. God had not forgotten them. And now Moses, once a runaway shepherd, stood ready to face the ruler of Egypt. The next step would take him straight into Pharaoh's throne room. The palace of Egypt rose tall and sharp against the sky. Stone pillars, gold patterns, guards with spears that gleamed in the sun. Moses stopped at the steps. This was the place he had run from, the place he never thought he would see again. Aaron placed a hand on his shoulder. "We go together," he said. The brothers walked inside. The air grew colder. The hall stretched endlessly. At the far end sat Pharaoh, rigid, proud, wrapped in gold, eyes sharp like a hawk. The moment Pharaoh saw them, his jaw tightened. "Moses," he said with a sneer, "the one who ran." Moses held his staff tightly. Aaron stepped forward and announced their message with steady strength. "Thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, let his people go." The court went silent. A few officials whispered nervously, others glared. But Pharaoh leaned back, his face twisting into anger.
"Who is this Lord you speak of?"
he demanded.
Why should I obey him? Israel belongs to me.
Aaron continued.
The God of our fathers calls his people to worship him.
Pharaoh slammed his fist on the throne arm.
Enough! You distract the workers with lies. You make them lazy.
He stood from his throne, eyes blazing. Let Israel go? Never. Moses swallowed. He knew Pharaoh would resist, but the cruelty in his voice stung more than he expected. Pharaoh pointed towards them. Guards, drive them out of my hall. The brothers were forced outside as Pharaoh shouted behind them, If Israel wants freedom, then I will give them more work. Let them suffer for these foolish words. Moses felt the weight of Pharaoh's anger like a stone in his chest. He had obeyed God. He had spoken the message. And now, Israel would pay the price. Pharaoh's command spread through Egypt like fire. Before sunrise, Egyptian overseers stormed into the Hebrew camps. No more straw for bricks, they shouted. Find it yourselves. The announcement hit like a blow. The Hebrews stared, stunned. Straw was needed to bind the clay. Without it, the work doubled, tripled. But the worst part came next. The number of bricks stays the same. The workers cried out, How can we make the same amount? There is no way. The overseers didn't care. They cracked their whips. They drove the people into the fields to gather stubble. They beat anyone who slowed down. Foremen were struck until they bled. Children watched in fear. Mothers tried to shield them. Men groaned under loads heavier than their bodies could bear. And all of it began the same day Moses returned. When the Hebrew foremen finally reached Moses and Aaron, their faces were twisted with anger and exhaustion. This is your fault, they cried. Because of you, Pharaoh hates us even more. You have made our lives unbearable. Moses felt the words hit deep. He had expected resistance, but not this. He watched the workers collapse with exhaustion. He saw children crying beside their parents. He heard the groans, the pain, the blame, and he felt it all. As the foreman walked away, Moses stood alone, crushed under the weight of what he saw. He whispered to Aaron, This is worse than before. I thought obeying God would help them, but it feels like everything has fallen apart. That night, unable to carry the ache any longer, Moses lifted his eyes and spoke into the darkness.
Lord, why did you send me? I did what you asked, but the suffering is greater. Pharaoh is harder.
Your people are hurting. The desert was quiet. Moses waited, breathing shakily. Then a voice answered, steady, powerful, certain. Moses, now you will see what I will do to Pharaoh. The night wind shifted. The story was not ending. It was only beginning. Moses waited in the silence, unsure of what God would say next. The cries of the people still echoed in his mind. Every moment of their pain felt like his own. Then the voice of God came again, firm, steady, and filled with a promise older than Moses himself.
Moses, I have not forgotten my people. I have heard their groans, and I remember my covenant.
Moses closed his eyes, listening.
I will bring them out. I will rescue them from slavery. I will redeem them with my power. And they will know that I am the Lord.
The words washed over Moses like cold water in a desert heat. Not gentle, not quiet, but certain, the kind of certainty that nothing on earth could change. God continued.
Go and speak to the people again.
Moses opened his eyes slowly.
Lord, they will not listen to me.
Their spirits are crushed. Their hope is gone. But God repeated the command, not because Moses was strong, but because God was. So Moses and Aaron gathered the people. The crowd was tired. Faces were worn, hands were scraped and bruised. Moses tried to speak with strength. God will bring us out. This suffering will not last. He will keep his promise. But the people turned away. Their pain was too deep. Their trust was too broken. Moses felt the sadness return, but before he could speak, God spoke to him again.
Go to Pharaoh. Tell him everything I have commanded.
Moses looked down at his staff, the same one that had become a serpent, the same one that would soon split seas and break kingdoms. He took a breath and nodded.
Then I will go.
The mission was unchanged. The promise was unbroken, and God was not done. Moses and Aaron walked back toward the city of Pharaoh, the city of stone walls, tall statues, and chariots lined like rows of teeth. People watched them pass. Some whispered, some stared, some hoped, even if they were afraid to admit it. Moses gripped his staff. Aaron walked beside him, steady as always. Ahead, the palace doors opened. Guards stepped forward. Pharaoh's shadow stretched across the floor. Moses lifted his staff slightly, not as a threat, but as a sign. He was coming in obedience to God. Pharaoh stepped into the light, his expression filled with anger.
You again, he growled. What do you want now?
Moses met his eyes.
God commands you. Let his people go.
The court erupted in laughter. Some officials scoffed, others shook their heads. But Pharaoh didn't laugh. He stepped closer. You dare speak for a God I do not fear? Moses didn't move. I speak because he sent me. Pharaoh's eyes narrowed.
Then prepare yourself. Your God will not win this battle.
Moses whispered under his breath.
He already has.
Aaron leaned forward and spoke with calm strength.
You will see his power.
Pharaoh glared and turned away. Get out of my sight. Moses and Aaron walked out of the palace, but not in defeat, because behind them, smoke curled in the distance. The Nile flowed silently. Egypt's gods stood like statues of stone, and heaven was moving. The first great sign was coming. Moses looked at Aaron. Aaron nodded. The staff lowered. The screen fades to black. And this is where the story truly begins.